You think you know who you are. Honestly, you don't. I don't mean like you're stupid or something like that. No, I just mean that honestly, you think you know what you stand for, but like, let me ask you something. If I stripped away your job, if I stripped away your titles and like your social media presence, would you still recognize yourself? Because honestly, most people don't. They live their lives on autopilot, following trends, chasing money, mimicking success, but they never once stop to ask themselves, who am I really? I'm trying not to break into a song right now because there's a song lyric like that. Okay, back on topic. What do I want to be known for? It's a question that changes everything. It's the difference between drifting through life and actually owning your existence. And if you don't have an answer, you're already losing. Like seriously, you're already losing. Hi, I'm Marisha. If you're new here, subscribe, because you think you know, but you don't. Now let's get into it. First of all, let's start off with my personal story. So it's been like 3 months since I started this channel. 3 months of pushing out video after video, back to back, every single day, no breaks, no overthinking, just doing. And let me tell you, it has been a ride. It has been a ride. And honestly, I started out without a solid plan. There was no perfect roadmap, no guarantee of success. I just knew that if I kept waiting for the right moment, I'd wake up 10 years later full of regrets. So I jumped. I jumped. And looking back, that is one of the best decisions I've ever made. But lately, with a few videos scheduled ahead, I finally had a moment to sit back and breathe and process it all. And there's this one question that's, been sitting on my mind for like a long time, and I haven't really, you know, gotten around it. It's a question that everyone needs to ask themselves. What do I want? What do I stand for? As in, like, what do I want to be known for? And not just on YouTube, not just in business, but like in life. When people think of me, what is the first thing that pops into their mind? Like, who am I beyond my job, beyond my content, my label, my career? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people never figure this out. They just chase whatever trend is, hot, and they try to please everyone. They mold themselves into what society expects expects from them. And in the end, they become nothing. But honestly, tragically, you become nothing. Because when you try to be everything, you become invisible. And honestly, I refuse. I refuse to be invisible. I refuse your desire to be invisible too. So I had to get real with myself. I had to strip away the distractions and ask the tough questions. Because here's the danger of not knowing. If you don't know what you stand for, let's see, here's what's gonna happen. You waste years chasing the wrong things. Like, think about it. If you don't have a clear path, if you don't have a clear direction, how do you know you're even going in the right way? You end up saying yes to everything and just drown in the obligations that don't even serve you. Another thing that happens is you become replaceable. People remember specialists, not generalists. Generalist. The world is literally drowning with mediocrity. If you don't define yourself, the world will define you. And trust me, you won't like the label they give you. Because honestly, the world doesn't care about you. It's just gonna box you in with whatever and send you out and make you small. Next thing that happens is you hesitate all the time and you second guess yourself and you live in fear. You end up constantly wondering, am I doing the right thing? Is this really me? What if I fail? And when you have clarity, that that hesitation disappears. Because clarity is power. Clarity is the reason some people dominate in industries while others fade into the background. So, how exactly do you find it? How do you find clarity? You don't find clarity honestly. You don't find it's not somewhere out there. You uncover it. Because deep down you already know who you are. You just buried it deep under layers of self-doubt of, you know, expectations from others and fear. So, let's start digging it out, okay? First of all, step 1, look at what you naturally gravitate towards. What makes you come alive? What topics make you lose track of time? Next thing you need to do is look at what people come to you for. Are you actually take out your pen and paper? I'm like give you like 5 seconds or like just pause this video and go get yourself a pen and paper. You need to write this down and see for yourself. Okay. So as I was saying, number 1 is you need to look at what you naturally gravitate towards. So you need to answer what makes you come alive, what topics, make you lose your time. Write the answer to number 1. Okay, so step 2, you need to look at what people come to you for. What like are you the person people ask for advice? Like for motivation or like strategies or for something? Because honestly, your strengths leave clues. So, what do people come to you for? Is it like they come to me for X, Y, and Z and this and that? Okay, when you're done answering that, the next thing, step 3, is you need to strip away everything. Imagine that you lost your job, uh, you have no career, no more social media, everything is just stripped away from you. Who are you when nobody is watching? Like, what's left? What is the real you? Like, with everything stripped away, what can you do? And what would you love to continue doing? If money wasn't in the way, if time wasn't in the way, if resources weren't in the way. You see all of that you've written down? That kind of gives you a clue. For me, I realized one thing. I'm here to be, I'm here to be sort of like a boss lady, okay? I'm here to wake people up, to push them beyond their excuses, to make them realize that their potential is limitless, okay? But only if they have the guts to chase it, you know? Because honestly, I want you to succeed. I want you to do all the things that you said you were going to do, that you are going to do. I want you to be all of these amazing things. And that is why I am thinking about starting a newsletter, a space where I can go even deeper and like push harder and challenge people in ways that social media never could. But what about you? What about you? What do you want to be known for? Take a look at your sheet or whatever those things that you've written down and think about it. Don't think about it for too long because you're going to end up overthinking. Honestly, I should do a video on overthinking because that is a problem. So, the final challenge, a call to action that's going to hit you hard. Most people will hear this and just do nothing. Don't tell me that's what you're gonna do. They're gonna nod their heads, feel a little inspired, and then they are going right back to scrolling. But that's not gonna be you, right? That's not gonna be you. I am challenging you right now to answer this question. Like, drop a comment right now. What do you want to be known for? What is the one thing that defines you? And honestly, if you can't answer that, then your mission for today is to figure it out. Because life moves fast. You don't have time to drift. You don't have time to waste. You think you know? You don't. But now it's time to figure it out. No more putting it off. So, subscribe if you're ready to take control of your life. If you want to watch more of my videos, you can watch this video or this video. And I'll be seeing you in my next one.